Hey guys, Grifton here, and today we're going to be soloing Ahn'kahet Old Kingdom Normal. But before we get started, if you could do me a solid and click the like and subscribe, it would really help me out. Also, this is a members only video. All videos will eventually make it to public viewing, but members get the perk of getting these farming videos early to give them a slight edge, so if you're not a member, consider becoming one if it sounds like something you'd enjoy. Okay, let's talk Old Kingdom. Now we are doing the regular run, not the heroic, and this whole run can be done in a little over 20 minutes as we can skip almost all of the trash. I'm wearing the standard pre-raid bisque gear that came with the pre-made toon, and I'm running a typical tank spec to give you an idea of the gear you would need and the spec you normally run. Now this instance contains 4 bosses, all of which you can down. Now I want to point out that all the trash should be soloable. I pulled random packs to test it out, and as long as you focus spellcasters first, you should be able to do a full clear. I'm personally going to be doing this for Disenchanting, but if you wanted to boost someone, this isn't horrible. I made my buddy Go hop on an ult and stand in there to see what kind of numbers he was getting. It was about 2k per mob kill, which isn't bad. But for this video, we are focusing on the bosses. The first boss we encounter is Elder Nadax. This boss is technically optional, so if you wanted to skip him, you could just stealth on past, but obviously that's what we're here for. So I started in bear form and just do my normal rotation. Now, when little ads spawn, a swipe should kill them. However, when the big ads spawn, Nadax will become immune to damage, and you must kill that ad in order to remove the immunity. Once it's dead, it's just back to basics and he's dead. Now for the next boss, Prince Teldaram, there is a barrier around him and there are 2 ramps leading to the mechanism to remove the barrier. If you're Alliance, you could just prowl up there and hit it and then immediately go Shadow Meld, but if you aren't or don't want to wait for the CD, you can just kill them all up there. Once both keys are unlocked, you can head over and fight him. This boss has 2 concerning abilities. One, he will spawn a single orb and it will do lots of damage when you're near it, and he will stun you and hit you for 15 seconds. Both of these are manageable if you're prepared, so notice I always take him to the side walls, back and forth, staying away from the door as there is a giant that pads through there. Now as soon as I see him casting the orb, I go cat, run away, and then pop out and heal, and back into bear form. If the orb follows, which sometimes it does, just keep moving away from it and you'll be fine. For the other mechanic, he's going to first disappear. As soon as he does, pop out in regrowth, he's going to then reappear, and you should try to get back into bear as quickly as possible. He can catch you out of form if you take too long. It's not a death sentence, but you really want to be in bear, it'll reduce the damage. So once he has stunned you, you just want to bark skin. So you should save bark skin for this moment. You can use this while stunned, so you don't have to pop it before, just wait until he actually does it and it will reduce the damage. That combined with the regrowth heal that you got off should mitigate the whole mechanic. Now rinse and repeat and you have your second boss down. So we go down the tunnel, and to the left in the heroic there's normally a bog boss, but in regular there is not, so we just head straight to Jodoga Shadowseeker. This is also an optional boss. Now the little ads under the altar are easy to kill, but keep in mind as soon as they're dead, the encounter starts. So make sure you have rolling hots before you start to make the transition smoother. Once she spawns, it's mostly just a tank and spam. She will put down AoE circles of lightning, which are the most deadly thing in this fight. Just run out of them as soon as you can. Once she hits 55%, she'll go up and summon a sacrifice. You could try to kill it if you want, but I just don't have the DPS to down it. It doesn't really matter, you're better off healing up and rolling hots as she will hit for about 200% damage more for a short period of time. It's really not that bad, just stay out of the lightning and you'll win. Okay, now to the final boss, and by far the hardest. Now, if I wipe on a boss, it's always this guy, and in fact, when recording this, I did wipe on him out of impatience, so be warned, it's a tough fight. So you're going to hot up and pull. You'll want to berserk right after you put Demon Roar up. Sometimes I'm overzealous and put it up during berserk, which is a damage loss, but either way, you'll want your debuffs up, try to keep 5 stacks of lacerate. Now, he will do melee, but he also does mind flay, which does a lot of damage. The easiest way to mitigate the mind flay is just by power shifting. It will break the cast. The trick is to do your move right after he does it, because if you do a move before, you'll find yourself in GCD taking up to 3 ticks of mind flay before you can power shift. Use Frenzied Regen early, and though I use Survival Instincts early here too, you might prefer to save it until the end, as it can be a close fight for health. Now, the biggest concern most people have is Insanity. He does cast it, but nothing happens when you're alone, so this is an opportunity to pop out and do a regrowth and a healing touch combo. This fight is all about just surviving, so use health pots or whatever you can to keep you alive, but that's it. No crazy weird mechanics, just power shift the mind flay and heal when you can. And hopefully, if everything works out, you down the boss and get your blues. Now, when he's dead, you successfully downed Old Kingdom. So that's it. If I miss anything or you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and as always, take care.